Hello friends, don't skip this. The 1973 and 1977 Kennedy half dollars might look ordinary, but some rare versions are worth serious money. Hidden errors, mint marks, and high-grade coins from these years are still being found today. Many people unknowingly spend them every day. What if you already have one? Watch closely, because one small detail can turn a 50-cent coin into a collector's. The 1973 Kennedy half dollar is an interesting coin from the modern era of U.S. coinage, produced at a time when silver had already been removed from circulating half dollars. This coin was struck to honor President John F. Kennedy, whose portrait had become a permanent symbol of American history and remembrance since its introduction in 1964. By 1973, the United States Mint was fully focused on copper-nickel-clad coinage for circulation, which makes the 1973 half dollar different in composition compared to earlier silver issues. It contains no silver at all, yet it still holds strong appeal among collectors due to its history, mint varieties, condition rarity, and the fact that many people saved these coins, while others unknowingly spent or lost high-grade examples. In 1973, Kennedy half dollars were minted at two primary facilities, Philadelphia and Denver. The Philadelphia Mint produced coins without a mint mark, while the Denver Mint struck coins bearing the D mint mark. What makes this year particularly unique is that no Kennedy half dollars were released for general circulation in 1973. Instead, these coins were struck specifically for collectors and sold only as part of official U.S. mint sets. Because of this, many Americans never saw a 1973 half dollar in everyday change, which adds a layer of mystery and exclusivity to the coin. While millions were produced, most examples show marks or wear from handling in mint sets, making truly flawless pieces surprisingly difficult to find. The coin's composition consists of a copper core sandwiched between outer layers of copper-nickel alloy, giving it a total weight of approximately 11.34 grams and a diameter of 30.6 millimeters. The obverse features Gilroy Roberts' iconic portrait of John F. Kennedy facing left, with sharp details visible in the hair, cheek, and jawline on well-preserved examples. The reverse, designed by Frank Gasparro, depicts the presidential seal, including the eagle with a shield, olive branch, and arrows. On high-grade coins, fine feather details on the eagle's wings and chest become a major factor in determining value. From a collector's perspective, condition is everything when it comes to the 1973 Kennedy half dollar. While average mint set coins are common and relatively affordable, coins graded MS-66 and above become much scarcer and more valuable. In extremely high grades such as MS-67 or higher, prices can jump dramatically, sometimes reaching hundreds or even thousands of dollars at auction. This is because very few coins from mint sets survived without contact marks, scratches, or dull surfaces. Coins with strong luster, clean fields, and sharp strike are highly sought after by serious collectors. Error coins from 1973 also add excitement and value to this issue. Some examples have been discovered with off-center strikes, double strikes, clipped planchettes, or die cracks. While minor errors may only add modest premiums, major and visually dramatic errors can command significant prices. Collectors are always on the lookout for unusual mint mistakes from this era, especially on coins that were never meant for circulation, making such errors even more intriguing. Proof versions of the 1973 Kennedy half dollar were also struck at the San Francisco Mint and carry the S mint mark. These proof coins feature mirror-like fields and frosted design elements, created specifically for collectors. While most proof coins are common, those with deep cameo contrast and perfect surfaces are much more valuable. Any defects, haze, or spotting can significantly affect a proof coin's desirability. Overall, the 1973 Kennedy half dollar represents a fascinating chapter in U.S. numismatic history. It is not a silver coin, yet it carries strong collector interest due to its non-circulating status, limited availability outside mint sets, and the challenge of finding top-quality examples. For anyone interested in modern U.S. coins, this half dollar is a reminder that value is not always about metal content. Sometimes rarity, condition, and history matter far more. A careful look at a 1973 half dollar might just reveal a hidden gem sitting quietly in a collection, waiting to be properly appreciated. Another important reason the 1973 Kennedy half dollar attracts attention is its place in the transition period of American coin collecting. During the early 1970s, many collectors were still emotionally attached to silver coins, and because the 1973 half dollar contained no silver, it was often overlooked at the time. Ironically, this lack of interest caused fewer people to carefully preserve these coins in perfect condition. Most mint set examples were stored poorly, exposed to moisture, or handled without protection, which is why truly pristine coins have become scarce decades later. This is a classic example of how modern coins can quietly become condition rarities over time. Strike quality is another major factor that affects the desirability of the 1973 half dollar. Many examples show weak strikes, particularly in Kennedy's hair above the ear and on the eagle's feathers on the reverse. Fully struck coins with sharp, bold details stand out immediately to experienced collectors. When such coins also display strong cartwheel luster and clean surfaces, they become prime candidates for top-tier grading, which significantly increases their market value. Collectors often spend years upgrading their sets just to find a single superior example from this year. The mint set packaging itself also plays a role in the coin's condition today. The plastic sleeves used in 1973 were not archival quality and often caused haze, toning, or spotting on the coins. While some collectors dislike toned coins, others actively seek attractive natural toning, especially when it forms rainbow or golden hues. A beautifully toned 1973 half dollar with original mint luster can sell for a premium, particularly if the toning enhances the design rather than obscuring it. Population reports from major grading services reveal how challenging it is to find top-grade examples. While thousands of 1973 half dollars exist in lower mint state grades, the number of coins certified in MS-67 and above drops sharply. This steep drop-off is what drives competition and high prices among advanced collectors. When a new record-grade coin appears at auction, it often sparks bidding wars, as collectors recognize how rare these opportunities truly are. Proof versions from San Francisco also deserve closer examination. Many 1973 proof half dollars suffer from hairlines, cloudy surfaces, or light scratches caused by improper handling. Proof coins with deep cameo contrast, where the frosted design sharply contrasts against dark, mirror-like fields, are far less common. These premium proofs are highly prized, especially when they show no signs of haze or toning. Even a small flaw can dramatically reduce a proof coin's value, making flawless examples particularly desirable. Error specialists continue to search for undiscovered varieties from 1973. While major doubled dies are not widely known for this year, minor doubling, repunch mint marks on Denver issues, and die deterioration errors do exist. These subtle varieties may go unnoticed by casual collectors but can be exciting finds for those who carefully inspect their coins under magnification. As interest in modern era coins continues to grow, even minor varieties from non-circulating years like 1973 are gaining attention. Historically, the Kennedy half dollar itself symbolizes a nation still mourning a fallen president. By 1973, nearly a decade had passed since President Kennedy's assassination, yet his image on the half dollar remained powerful. The coin represents not only a piece of currency but also a lasting tribute, which adds emotional and historical value beyond its metal content. This emotional connection is one reason Kennedy half dollars continue to be collected so passionately around the world. From an investment perspective, the 1973 Kennedy half dollar demonstrates how patience and knowledge can pay off in numismatics. While common examples remain affordable, the top-end coins have shown steady appreciation over time. As collectors increasingly focus on registry sets and high-grade modern coins, demand for premium examples from overlooked years like 1973 is expected to remain strong. This makes the coin an excellent study piece for understanding how rarity evolves not from low mintage alone, but from survival rates and condition. In conclusion, the 1973 Kennedy half dollar is far more than just a copper-nickel coin from the 1970s. It is a non-circulating issue, a product of a changing era in U.S. coinage, and a challenge for collectors seeking perfection. Whether valued for its history, condition rarity, proof quality, or error potential, this coin proves that even modern issues can hold hidden depth and surprising value. For anyone willing to look closely, the 1973 half dollar may reveal itself not as an ordinary coin, but as a quiet standout in American numismatic history. The 1977 half dollar is a United States coin that belongs to the famous Kennedy half dollar series, which was introduced in 1964 to honor President John F. Kennedy after his assassination. By 1977, the Kennedy half dollar had already become a familiar coin among Americans, but it was no longer commonly seen in daily circulation, making coins from this era especially interesting for collectors today. The obverse front side of the 1977 half-dollar features a left-facing portrait of President John F. Kennedy. The design was created by Gilroy Roberts, and it shows Kennedy with sharp facial details, strong hairlines, and a dignified expression. Around the portrait, the word, "Liberty," is written along the upper edge, while the motto, "In God We Trust," appears split on both sides of the neck. The year, 1977, is clearly visible at the bottom. The overall design reflects American pride and respect for leadership and democracy. The reverse back side of the coin displays the presidential seal, designed by Frank Gasparro. At the center is a powerful eagle with outstretched wings, holding an olive branch and arrows in its talons, symbolizing peace and strength. Behind the eagle is a shield, and above it is a ring of stars representing the states of the Union. The United States of America and half-dollar surround the design, giving the coin a bold and authoritative look. The 1977 half-dollar was struck in copper nickel-clad composition, meaning it contains no silver. It is made of 91.67% copper and 8.33% nickel, with a pure copper core. The coin weighs approximately 11.34 grams and has a diameter of 30.6 millimeters. Because it does not contain silver, many people mistakenly think it has little value, but collector interest still exists depending on condition and mint mark. In 1977, the half-dollar was minted at 2 locations, Philadelphia, no mint mark, and Denver, D mint mark. The Philadelphia Mint produced over 31 million coins, while the Denver Mint struck more than 32 million coins. These high mintages mean that the coin is not rare in circulated condition, but well-preserved examples are still desirable among collectors. Uncirculated and high-grade examples of the 1977 half-dollar can carry a premium, especially coins with sharp details, strong luster, and no visible marks. Coins graded MS65 or higher by professional grading services are more valuable and often sought after by serious collectors. Proof versions were also produced at the San Francisco Mint, specifically for collectors, featuring mirror-like fields and frosted designs. From a historical point of view, the 1977 half-dollar represents a time when large denomination coins were slowly disappearing from everyday use in the United States. Inflation, changing spending habits, and the rise of paper currency reduced the need for half-dollars in circulation. As a result, many 1977 half-dollars were saved by the public, which is why they are still found in relatively good condition today. Collectors value the 1977 half-dollar not for its metal content, but for its connection to American history, the Kennedy legacy, and the gradual change in U.S. coinage habits. It is a popular coin for beginners, Kennedy series completists, and those interested in modern U.S. coins with strong historical symbolism. Overall, the 1977 Kennedy half-dollar is a solid and meaningful coin. While it may not be extremely rare, it holds cultural importance, collector interest, and long-term appeal. For coin hunters and numismatic enthusiasts, it is a reminder that even non-silver coins can tell powerful stories and still have value in the world of coin collecting. If you enjoyed this video, make sure to like it, share your thoughts in the comments, and don't forget to subscribe to the channel Rare Coins Value to discover the real value of rare coins.